Here we are doing the disassembly to install the head-up display. As you can see, the dash is loose. It's about to come off. So basically, you need to disassemble everything that is here. You would really benefit from this little tool and just a divider for all of the bolts, so you'll know where everything goes. You will not be able to remove the dash without removing the pillars trim. So you can see the rear or the windshield has been replaced with one for a lane departure and the rain light sensor for the head-up display. The dash is uncut, so it will be cut. Right now we're disassembling here. We're installing different stock for the cruise control, but that's another story. This was a little bit of a challenge. The impact gun would really make it very, very easy. We still have a few plugs to dismantle. You will need to remove the trim around here. There are 3 bolts, 1, 2, and 3 that need to come off. Also, don't forget about the bolts here, here, and I believe this is for the upper part of that trim. The trim is this one here. These are the pillars. They do have a bolt behind the airbag logo. The airbag logo is this. Behind it there are bolts, and the bolts look like these. Well, actually these are the bolts that I took out. So as you can see, I've routed some wires already, waiting for the disassembly to continue. This is the K-can bus that's been routed. That yellow wire is gonna go into the back of the steering connector, which will be behind there. We'll get to it, but for now you will not be able to remove the dash without removing all the controls. That trim was easily removed. This is the connector for the CIC, which I plan to tap into it to get a signal for the head-up display. I don't know if that'll work or not, but I'm going to try. And if it doesn't, oh well. I have 2 5-meter connectors for the the multimedia fiber optic cable, and I'll just route it to the back. But for now I'm gonna go the easy way and see if I can get away with it. What you'll need for that is a 3-way splitter. So you would take the input that is going into here. You basically unplug this. You take the input and you connect it to the head-up display. Then you take the output of the head-up display, you put it into the input here, and then you take the output from here. And you basically, if you remove this connector, you're gonna have an in and an out coming in from the head-up display that are connected to these. I don't know if that'll make sense, but I hope that I'll be able to illustrate it. Temperature sensors, I mean, it's full of sensors. I just don't want to break anything, so I'm really taking my time here. Let's see how it goes. If I can remove it without removing the, as you can see, this is pretty loose. I mean, I might just disassemble the few bolts that are in the back. I think there are 2 in the back, and just pull the assembly back, just to give it space for the dash to come out. But we'll see. All right. Pointers, yes, pointers here. There is a bolt that holds the cup holders in place. Don't forget them, otherwise it'll break. If you try to pull, it will break the trim. So don't forget that. Glove box is easily removed. It's just maybe 7 or 8 bolts. The under trim, the cover for the passenger footwell and the driver footwell is 5 bolts each. One of the bolts hides here, and this is normally covered with this, so you'd need to just slide it back and it comes off. You have 7 millimeters here and here. This one is for this part, this one is for the dash, and you have it on both sides. What else? I don't know what else. We'll keep going, and I'll try to cover as much as I can. All right.